The race for the most improved player has never been more exciting. Today in the NBA, there are numerous rising stars stepping their game up to the next level. These young players are proving that they have what it takes to be the next NBA superstar. In the last video, we talked about the most improved players from the Eastern Conference. Today, we're going to take a look at 5 players from the Western Conference who are elevating their game. Let's dive in. Starting off our list is Golden State Warriors guard Jordan Poole. The Warriors are once again at the top of the Western Conference, and Poole has played an important role in the Warriors' success. Last season, he played in the G League, where he learned to polish his skills and prove himself worthy of a Warriors roster spot, and that's exactly what he did. During his time in the G League, Poole averaged 22.4 points, 3.5 assists, and 5.3 rebounds. He showed everyone that he was ready to play NBA minutes. With the depleted roster due to injuries, the Warriors decided to recall Poole from the G League, and he wasted no time. In his first game, JP put up 26 points on 63% shooting against the Phoenix Suns. Despite the loss, Poole stepped up and showed the team that he belonged in the NBA. Jordan Poole definitely earned his spot, and this season, he's been productive with the minutes he's given, where he's averaging 18.1 points, 3.4 assists, and 3.3 rebounds. JP loves shooting beyond the arc. He's not an elite three-point shooter yet, but he looks promising and is constantly improving each year. Some fans are actually predicting that with enough experience, Jordan Poole can join Steph and Klay to become the third Splash brother. Just take a look at Poole's confidence in shooting the ball well beyond the arc. He's pulling these threes from deep and making it look easy. With enough time, we're sure that Poole will be a lethal shooter, and he already looks promising. With the Warriors being one of the championship favorites this year, Poole will undoubtedly be given more opportunities to shine once the playoffs start. Up next, we have the first pick from the 2020 draft, Anthony Edwards. Edwards had an amazing start to his NBA career during his rookie season. In fact, he was second in the race for Rookie of the Year, only behind LaMelo Ball himself. That year, he averaged 19.3 points, 2.9 assists, and 4.7 rebounds. In his rookie season, there were concerns about his efficiency, especially from the three-point line. He was shooting just 33% on 7.2 attempts. This flaw was magnified by the fact that he had all the tools to be physical down low, so it was surprising to see him settle for threes. Edwards is a talented young player, but his skills were still raw and needed polishing at the time. Since then, the Timberwolves have given him plenty of opportunity to shine, and is showing in his significant improvements across the board this season. He's currently averaging 22.3 points, 3.5 assists, and 5.6 rebounds. He still has a habit of settling for threes, but his efficiency from deep has increased all the way to 36%. He's learning to take advantage of his athleticism, where it's extremely hard to stop him once he gets to the rim. On the defensive end, he's showing potential that he can be one of the top perimeter stoppers in the NBA. In fact, he's making 1.5 steals per game, which is 15th in the league. Edwards is not yet there in terms of consistency and efficiency, but he's showing flashes that he can be an all-NBA type of player someday. He's extremely talented, and he's constantly showing improvements every game. Together with D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns, they can catapult the Timberwolves into a successful future. Next up, we have DeJounte Murray from the San Antonio Spurs. Murray is one of the best two-way point guards in the league right now. His impact on both ends of the floor is what makes him one of the Spurs' cornerstones going into the future. His defense has also always been solid. He made the All-NBA defensive second team as a sophomore, which makes him the youngest player to achieve this feat. A lot of people expected a breakout season from him the following year. Unfortunately, he missed the entire season after tearing his ACL in the 2018 preseason. This served as a roadblock for his development, particularly for his offense. Murray's offense mostly came from his ability to slash to the rim. He didn't have a mid-range jump shot, and he certainly wasn't a good three-point shooter. After a year of recovery, he came back to the league hungry for basketball. His jump shot improved steadily, especially while playing next to mid-range specialists DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge. After the departure of Aldridge and DeRozan, that's when Murray became the true leader of the team, allowing him to have a breakout season this year. He's currently averaging 17.8 points, 8.8 assists, and 8.4 rebounds. His mid-range shot has become one of the staples of his game and has been looking solid this season. His 6'10" wingspan allows him to have a high release while shooting over defenders much taller than him. Watch how high Murray's able to release the ball when shooting over a big man like Ibaka. And let's not forget this clutch shot he made over Horford to put his team ahead of the Celtics. He's currently ranked 4th in the league in assists per game, which shows how he evolved not just as a scorer but as a playmaker as well. On the other side of the floor, he's become an even more elite defender, averaging 2 steals per game, tying for first place in the entire NBA. San Antonio is in the middle of a rebuilding period, but DeJounte Murray has continued to be a bright spot for his team. He's steadily improving every year, and he's on his way to becoming one of the most exciting two-way players in the NBA. Next on our list is the 2020 Rookie of the Year, Ja Morant. Ja is one of the most electrifying young guards in the NBA today. As one of the fastest players in the league, he can explode to the rim at any given moment. Last year, he carried the Grizzlies to the playoffs, where he averaged a ridiculous 30.2 points, 8.2 assists, and 4.8 rebounds. Despite losing in the first round, leading his team to the playoffs as such a young player is an achievement worth noting of its own. However, despite being an elite scorer at the rim, the same couldn't be said for his outside shot. Last season, he shot just 30% from beyond the arc on 3.8 attempts per game. Since then, he's learned to expand his offensive arsenal and is now shooting a much better 40% from outside. This made him a much more versatile player who could be a threat from anywhere on the court. Ja is showing us that he is an all-star caliber player, and it wouldn't be a surprise if he makes it into the all-star team this year, since he's averaging 25 points, 6.6 assists, and 5.8 rebounds this season. The Memphis Grizzlies are playing phenomenal basketball right now, and Ja Morant is carrying the team up in the Western Conference standings. He's only 22 years old and is already playing like a superstar. Ja is just getting started and will continue to get even better in the future. Closing out this list is another rising star from Memphis, Desmond Bane. Bane came into the league last year without a lot of expectations. He was projected as just a backup shooter off the bench. He averaged just 9.2 points, 1.7 assists, and 3.1 rebounds in his rookie season. Despite being a role player, he played well for the minutes he was given. This year, Desmond Bane surprised the NBA by the huge leap he's taken. He showed the league that he's more than just a catch-and-shoot player off the bench. He's currently averaging 17.4 points, 2.3 assists, and 4.4 rebounds, and has earned his minutes as a starter. His three-point shooting has gotten even better, where he's making 42% of his three-pointers on 7 attempts per game. But beyond being a great shooter, he also evolved as an all-around scorer. 43.4% of his points this season come from buckets in the paint and in the mid-range. Bane also seems to have excellent off-ball movement, which only makes him an even greater threat offensively, helping him get lots of open looks. Check out this play where Bane first sets the screen for the clutter, and in return, he gets a screen of his own to free him up for the open three. When Ja Morant got hurt with his knee injury, Bane stepped up for the Grizzlies. He even had a monster game against the Mavs, where he scored 29 points and went 4 of 6 from downtown. Desmond Bane has the potential to be one of the most elite scorers in the NBA and will be a crucial piece in the development of the Grizzlies. Together with Ja Morant, they can become one of the best backcourt duos in the NBA. So far this season, these players have been nothing short of impressive, and they are living up to the hype. The future of the NBA is in good hands, and we'll be watching some exciting basketball for the years to come. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you loved it, as it would help us tremendously. Who do you guys think should win the Most Improved Player award? Let us know in the comments below.